Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, listeners from Nigeria across Africa and around the world. My name is Smart Mado Ajaja. I am the convener of Open Nigeria and Africa Unite and the anchor of Nigeria Now. Global Matters Arising. Good morning, Africa. And reggae at its best on ONN. It is 2:16 a.m. Central Standard Time here in Houston, Texas, United States of America. I hope you guys all had a great weekend. Yes, I just decided to make this quick broadcast before I go to bed. This 2 hours, 15 minutes, 2 hours, 16 minutes past midnight here. And I had to do this to dispel some of the things that some elites in Nigeria are putting up in the air about what is taking place in Nigeria again, as part of their many games to keep Nigerians in chains. But I'm telling Nigerians, open your eyes and let us break this chain forever. Okay? Let's break it forever together. We can make it happen. All of us are one people, but some people want to keep us in chains. So they'll continue. Hey, Shiva, hello, how are you? Good to see you here. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, and if you're joining us for the very first time, we welcome you heartily, with our hearts. We say thank you. And as a new comers or first timers, we encourage you to kindly subscribe to our channel because it helps us grow and it helps YouTube to continually recommend our channel to people from around the world. And once and if that happens, it helps us grow and expand our horizon so more people will be reached by us, or they reach our channels. Like somebody said yesterday, about 10 of them told me, man, you're doing a great job out here. We didn't know there was a channel like this. And within a few hours, they raked in another 150 people. So let's do that. Share our channel if you love what we do. And we encourage you to go back, after listening to this stream, to go back to this series of what we have done. We have over 2,000 revolutionary messages, and that can transform nations, not just Nigeria. Our message is applicable to every country and every situation. Just remove Nigeria. If you mention so much of Nigeria or Africa, replace that with your country. I'm sure you have some of those problems that we have, with little variances here and there. I believe that they will enrich you. So that is why we are a global movement. We want to be, highly ranked, at the global index, of the emerging voices of oppressed people from around the world. So if you love what we do, give us a like and comment. Ask us questions. Yes, we love taking questions. Those interactive sessions, they help us a lot. Thank you very much. All right, you said you like my glasses. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that too. And I'm going to start something. The reason why we are doing this, I'm doing this broadcast right now, is about the threat of a religious war in Nigeria. It's a lie. There's not going to be any damn religious war. And just to let the people of Nigeria know that if anybody tries to manipulate you into fighting a war that is religious, that person is a hypocrite, and that person is anti-Nigeria, and that person is a hater who does not love you. He just wants to keep you in control. And I speak especially to the Muslims in Nigeria, and with special reference to Muslims in the north of Nigeria. Your Muslim leaders have failed you so woefully. They are all, maybe with the exception of a few, hypocrites. Majority of them are hypocrites. The people you look up to for leadership, in religions, in Islam, in the north of Nigeria. Majority of them are so rotten, so corrupt. Yes, in the last election, majority of them, nearly all of them collected money from Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They were sharing money everywhere. The same thing applies to some Christian leaders elsewhere in Nigeria. You see them, all those rogue bishops that Bola Ahmed Tinubu assembled, they are thieves in the pulpit. Yes, they are thieves. Majority of them, and including those who kept quiet when things were going wrong. They are all rotten. So religious leaders, look, be very careful who you listen to in Nigeria. So I want to tell you that any person who is trying to stoke a religious war or putting it in the air, so you put it in your brain, is an oppressor. It's one of those depriving you and your children and their future. Yes, so please do not listen to them. There is not going to be a religious war in Nigeria. And then when they tell you that, who are you going to fight? Tell me, who are you going to fight? Islam, Muslims, and Christians? Who are you going to fight? Yes. So, but we're going to get to that. Before I go further on that, I'm going to read two articles. One by my very good friend, Dr. SKC Ogbonnaya. Yes. And he was a presidential aspirant in APC in the past election. Yes. Okay, yeah, I think one of the elections that they involved Muhammadu Buhari, the 2019 election. Very, very brutally cerebral, very intelligent guy. Yeah, he lives here in Houston. He's a personal friend of mine, and we share a lot in the thoughts about how Nigeria can work. So he writes beautiful articles. So sometimes when I lay my hands on some of them, I read them. So I'm going to read one of his articles, his latest, before we go ahead and talk about this vexatious issue, about a religious war that some corrupt and morally bankrupt Nigerian elites flying as a kite, in order for Nigerians to remain repressed and continue to line behind the evil that is destroying them. So we're going to read that. So, yes, and the article says, and let me come on. The article says, as Trump exposes why Bola Tinubu must go sooner, by SKC Ogbonnaya Ugbo, Enugu State, Nigeria, January 5th, 2025. Yes, I think he did. It was 2026. He made a mistake here. All right, again, I take that heading again. As Trump exposes why Tinubu must go sooner, by SKC Ogbonnaya Ugbo, Enugu State, Nigeria, January 5, 2026. In an opinion piece, Nigeria is dead, published in the Sahara Reporters, the eminent political analyst Bayo Oluwasami, amidst Nigeria's security crisis, lamented that the immediate cause of death of the country of over 200 million people was brought about by the daily slaughtering of its citizens by Boko Haram and Fulani terrorists and bandits. Videos showed how the victims were tortured like no other in the history of humans. The victims were killed in such a way that they were able to witness their own torture before their lives were terminated. The body parts were spread around a bonfire while the terrorists raised up their guns with popped-up champagne in celebration, while security agencies, police, and the military joined in the macabre ceremony. It was a gaudy, senseless, cruel, and frightening scene to watch. Yes. Sadly, Mr. Oluwasami couldn't have been any closer to the facts on the ground. His view was corroborated by a later report by the U.S. Congressman Riley Moore, a member of the House Committee on Appropriation, who met Nigerian victims in an internally displaced persons camp, IDP. Mr. Moore recounted how one woman was forced to watch as they killed her husband and 5 children. She and her unborn child barely escaped. Another woman's family was murdered in front of her, and her baby was ripped from her womb. Yes, very similar to what happened in my hometown when a couple were, were kidnapped on their way to farm. The wife was pregnant. While in captivity, she fell into labor, had her baby, and her baby was fed to the dogs of the Fulani kidnappers. They are wicked, they are inhuman, they are barbaric, they are animals, they are not fit to be humans, and they are not fit to live. Sadly, this mindset is what drives the Fulani elites holding Nigeria in captivity with their militias deployed in forests across the country. All right, go back to this article. The videos of such gory scenes had become a daily phenomenon in Nigeria. Yet, the government was profoundly indifferent. Rather, it was doing its best to delude the citizens into accepting the tragedy as a new normal. The then sitting Minister of Defense couldn't have been more idiotic when he stated as follows: yes, we know the location of the terrorists and bandits, but bombs cannot penetrate the forests. Yes, bombs cannot penetrate the forests. What kind of forest is that? Iron steel forest. The regime of rogue President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had given up completely on the insecurity amidst allegations and had testimony of state complicity. In Tinubu's Nigeria, politics trumps life. Thus, instead of any manner of attention on the insecurity, the regime splashed waves of volcanic propaganda that painted a picture of a best ever administration in history. So sad. And you know what? Nigerians buy into this. The focus had shifted to 2027 elections. Any dissenting view was seen as an enemy, just as I am seen. With all the instruments of power, including the judiciary, legislature, armed forces, and Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, under the firm grip of the executive branch, throngs of elected officials under the platform of the opposition, most of whom are either very corrupt or afraid of winning re-election, defected to the ruling party. The result has been a de facto one-party democracy with zero checks and balances. The state hubris did not stop at the home front. Rogue President Bola Tinubu was then busy shuttling leisurely from one inconsequential country to another, taking salutes, glowing with the euphoria of the pride that befits a leader of a nation of over 200 million people. His image makers, known for parading fallacies as facts, would rebuff critics, claiming the rogue president could rule Nigeria from anywhere he chooses. The only thing that mattered in terms of security of Nigeria, of the Nigerian nation at the time, was how best to guard these leaders and their families with contingents of military and police officers towards preserving power, while the masses remained prey to terrorists. Calls for desired attention or even mere sympathy towards the daily massacre fell on deaf ears. The ordinary Nigerians saw the malfeasance for what it was. They knew and continue to know that the Nigerian Civil War I call it genocide. A major conflict lasted only 30 months, relying mainly on rudimentary technologies on both sides. Yet, the country had no answer for mere insurgency over 50 years later, despite the prevalence of high-tech surveillance like satellites or drones. The masses saw and continue to see reasons to believe that the government and its allies cannot claim to know that the leaders and sponsors of insurgency. They also know that the budget to mitigate the insecurity had continued to soar, yet there was nothing to show for the huge spendings. Nigerians saw and continue to see the complicity at its barest form. They saw and continue to see an inhumane, cruel, and heartless leadership. They saw and continue to see how the naked ambition of one man has led to a seemingly dearth of opposition, and by consequence, hard-earned democracy. It truly was a hopeless situation. A tomorrow then appeared like an impossibility. The only option the people had was to resign to destiny. The picture above was before October 31st, 2025. Come November 1, 2025, the President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump, hearkened to the hearts of the voiceless and threatened a possible military action against Nigeria for condoning the widespread insecurity. The nomenclature or style, notwithstanding, insecurity is insecurity. But Trump was dead serious. Suddenly, very suddenly, the same Tinubu who was tone deaf to advice, all critics started running helter-skelter. Suddenly, virtually all the very suggestions of the critics became the hallmark of the regime's new policies to combat insecurity. The first dramatic change was for Tinubu to shelve all foreign trips and focus on insecurity at home. The next was a presidential order to withdraw all the army and police officers guiding the VIPs and deploy them for true national security. The forests, which were hideouts for the terrorists but deemed impenetrable by government, suddenly began to see a plan of attack. Victims kidnapped by terrorists suddenly began to gain freedom. Sad. Wow. Just as the regime began massive recruitment into the armed forces, none of these changes and breakthrough would have seen the light of day without the Trump's threats. But Bola Ahmed Tinubu added salt to the injury along the way. His global propaganda to prove Trump wrong was the last straw. Consequently, the American president answered the prayers of the Nigerian masses by making good his promise to strike terrorist hideouts, apparently shielded for personal interests. Clearly, rogue President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was aware of the country's deep-seated security problems and knew potential solutions, but chose to do nothing. This gives credence to the prevailing charge that he was indifferent to the severe insecurity because of sheer political reasons. This is a high crime. Yes, a treasonous crime. This is a gross abuse of office that has cost Nigerians tens of thousands of innocent lives and tens of billions of dollars. Even worse, Tinubu's inhumane leadership has grossly compromised national sovereignty and made Nigeria vulnerable to neo-colonial foreign military intervention. So sad, so sad, so sad. He has also lost control of the Nigerian security architecture. Notice how the police force easily flouted Tinubu's order to withdraw from the VIPs and focus on national security. The Nigerian rogue president is not only culpable of heinous crimes, but is also weakened beyond redemption. His continued stay in office is an existential threat. Ordinarily, since impeachment is not feasible with a rubber stamp legislature, the best option would have been to remove Tinubu through the polls. But without a robust electoral reform, uh, the 2027 presidential election is already rigged in his favor. Moreover, recent events have shown that Tinubu is irredeemable. Consider, for example, how he is once again resorting back to his old ways of chasing rats while his house is on fire. As at the time of this report, he is said to be in Europe vacationing. Yeah, the man is vacationing in an unknown foreign land with foreign military strikes continue to reign in different parts of Nigeria. This further exposes his pattern of cruel leadership. And Mr. Trump knows this and has not hidden an utter dislike of the Nigerian leader. Yet the fervent prayer is that Tinubu resigns and goes away quietly. Yes, Tinubu's Nigerian crisis must not drag on to go the way of Venezuela. Yes, and President Nicolas Maduro. The African country deserves much better. SKC Ogbonna, a former APC presidential aspirant, writes from Ubo, Enugu State, Nigeria. So my friend is in Nigeria right now. Yes, and this is the state of things. But before I continue, I'm going to take some questions here, if there was any, while I was reading this. Yes, and Uncle, do you smoke or you quit? You are crazy. All right, energy flows where focus goes. Yeah, let's see. UNC, what is the longest? All right, that's crazy. Okay, in the absence of that, no, I'm going to read my own latest thing about what is taking place pertaining to Nigeria and this so-called 2027. I don't believe in it. I'm not a part of it. I'm not going to ever be a part of it. 2027 is bullshit. So please, people, if you are just joining here and you are here, subscribe to our channel. We are a global movement. Our mission is to refocus the people of Nigeria because the mainstream media in Nigeria is bullshit. They are part of the problem. They don't tell our people the truth. I was a victim of them. That is why I decided to create ONN. So you help us, you help Nigeria, you help us, you help Africa, you help us, you help the world. Because the mainstream media everywhere on earth, they are commercialized. They are not driven mostly by the interest. It's a little better here in the United States, but in Nigeria it's horrible. The media. I was a victim of media, Vanguard to be very precise, and Punch and all the other ones, they are the same. They will create the same story. They will write according to how much money they are given. They will write different content for the same headlines. That's how terrible, how corrupt the mainstream media in Nigeria is corrupt. Arise TV corrupt. What is the other one? TVC, so corrupt. Oh, that one is owned by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yes, Channels Television, so corrupt. All right? But things that are happening inside Nigeria, they don't put their hands in it, like they are censored. You know, I take an example of something that happened in Imo State, in Ihube. When they went there, they were killing people there. TVC did not go. Channels News was not there. Arise was not there. The local television stations and radio stations were there. The laziest media on earth is from Nigeria. The practitioners are so corrupt. Their owners are so morally bankrupt. We went into Ihube and got the story, yes, with raw pictures of what happened there, how a woman who left Abuja because of the high cost of living in Abuja went back to her hometown, started a restaurant. These Hausa speaking Fulani soldiers came and they used the armored car to destroy her restaurant, chased her and her children into the bush. They were in the bush for 30 days. They burned down the whole town in Imo State, Ihube, Okigwe local government, or Okigwe senatorial district. If you are from Imo, you know where I'm talking about. The Nigerian mainstream media was quiet. And they will sit down, Seun Okumba lawyer will sit down and be running his mouth there. But their practitioners don't go there. What is that? Ruben Abati will be running his damn stupid mouth elsewhere on Arise TV. They go there to make jokes. What our people are doing. So are dying. So why do we have the media in Nigeria? Nothing. Nothing is going on. Our people are dying for no reason. So, well, if you are a true patriot of Nigeria who loves Nigeria, we want you on board. We want real stories coming out of Nigeria. We go to the remotest places, to get these stories. So anything that is happening in your locality, bring a picture of it. Once we verify that it's real, we will work on it. We beam it to the people of Nigeria. So that is, we owe our country that duty from the distance we are in. So I am going to say something, read an article that I just wrote before I started this broadcast. We must reset Nigeria, that is the heading. By all means necessary, to save further loss of Nigerian lives. We must reset Nigeria now by all means necessary to save the further loss of innocent Nigerian lives. We owe ourselves that duty. We owe our country that duty. If you are a Nigerian watching me right now, you should know if you did not know before, but you ought to know. Except they are not teaching civics in schools anymore. When we were growing up, and as elementary school children, we learned civics, how to be good citizens, what good citizens do for their country. But as it stands today, nobody wants to do anything for Nigeria. The citizens are poor. They don't understand their rights as human beings. They don't understand their rights as citizens of Nigeria. They don't understand that they, as citizens, owe the country some obligations. But they want their country to be Eldorado. They want their country to be like Dubai. They want their country to be like the United States. They want their country to explode like China. Even if Chinese are coming into our country to destroy our country and then to build theirs, we look at them, we laugh, we smile. We don't know what they are doing. Everything that they take from Nigeria back to China, back to Beijing, back to the remotest village in Nigeria. What they don't allow Nigerians in China to, they control them. They control them. What they don't allow Nigerians in China to do in China, they come inside Nigeria to do it because we have this terrible leadership. Yes. So Nigeria needs a reset. And the reset must take place. If we don't reset Nigeria and put the right people who love the country, who are ready to put their lives on the line for the country, who are ready to work for the progress of the country, we will never get anywhere. And if you Nigerians, we as many as we are, be like 250 million worms. Can you imagine? We are like worms. We are like crabs. When you put a crab in a bucket, you put a colony of crab in a bucket and leave the bucket open for them to escape. None of the crabs will escape. That is where we are, Nigerians. We will not allow the ones that want to escape to escape. We will drag them down. That's how we are dragging the best, our best. And what happens? The best of Nigeria, the very best of Nigeria, they have all run away from the country. They run away. Why am I here? Why? Why am I here with all that I'm endowed with? Yes, we have judges who are Nigerians here. I know a friend of mine who is a judge here. They won't if he was in Nigeria, they won't make him a judge. His name is Tola Oresusi. Yes, he's a judge here. If he's in Nigeria, they'll be telling you, oh, where is he from? He's a Yoruba man. We're not going to give him that position. Nobody. All you need here is the capacity, ability, competency, knowledge. Yes, if you have it, America will use you. They will squeeze the best out of you. All right? Because you'll be a blessing to their country. We are ready to be blessings to our country. When we go to our country will reject us. Our people will reject us. I am a sterling example. Yes. In 2019, I ran for Senate in Nigeria. Delta State, Delta North. You know what? In my hometown, I think it was only my brothers and sisters and a few people who truly like me. I don't know if they did it out of sympathy, not because they did not know that I was the best. The people there, even the candidates, say I was the best. Ned Nwoku called me to tell me, well, you're only the threat. Yes, 2019. Everybody said you are the best. But when the time came, I did not get up to 50 votes from my hometown. From my hometown. And you know what I did for my hometown? My hometown was in chain of a young bastard who said he was their traditional ruler. Yes. He was beating old men. Old men from my hometown were sleeping in the farms. In their farms. Some will not return home because he started terrorizing them. He brought Fulani terrorists to my hometown. Yes. And when I went home, they told me, I said, this should not be happening. Why should this be happening? So we confronted him. Yes, we confronted him. I came to me and another person from my hometown. We went home from here to address the people of my hometown. We told them the best thing is to let him go, dethrone him. When I said it, people put their hands in their ears that they don't say it. Yes. But a few months in June, we went home in April. In June, the people gathered. Now, they were confident. I funded it with my money. Yes, I majorly funded the operation. And then plus support from my brothers and sisters who are here in the United States and other places. And those who presented themselves, the young people in Nigeria and from my hometown, they were good at the time. We mobilized like never before and got rid of him. We drove him out of the town, dethroned him, drove all the Fulani bastards that he brought. Way back in 2012, we sent him out of the town, and the town knew peace. Life started returning to the town. Light started returning to the town. The town became what it used to be in the past. But guess what? As soon as I joined politics, the reason I joined politics was to cement what we had achieved and then do greater job for the people of my senatorial district and by extension the whole of Nigeria. Then came Okowa. He was governor of Delta State. He felt threatened by my position that I was now looming large, that if I am allowed to go into the Senate, that I will cause a lot of problems for them to the point that they will be dethroned and a new sheriff will be in town. They worked. I was in APC. I joined the APC. I was in that APC, then terrorist party, for 8 months until I discovered that it was a terrorist party. And they connived to stop me. They were calling me an American. No, I was no longer a Nigerian. They would tell me, go back to your country. That's Nigerian. That's what they are doing. They will still do it tomorrow. Because we come from a country where people don't learn lessons. Our people love pains. They are ready. They are willing to take more. They don't react the way other people react. So I begin to wonder what kind of a generation of people like this. In my time growing up, we were never like that. We were never scared. We confronted soldiers. Yes. But Nigeria, now, the way it is right now, is scary. It's scary. So, when we dethroned him, Okowa came. his governor. We had a case pending in court with incontrovertible evidence against him. Even a government ministry, Ministry of Chieftaincy, Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, had a document in support of what the people of my hometown wanted, because he is an illegitimate king, an extended beneficiary of a royal ascendancy fraud. Okowa wanted to get back to me because he was threatened now that a new voice is rising, a new voice that is close to the people, a new voice that will not beat down on the people, a new voice that will allow the people express themselves and be treated like normal human beings. No, they won't have it. He felt threatened. The case went through 3 courts. The first judge was to deliver judgment without looking at the case. We got the Nigerian Judicial Council involved. And just as he was about to pronounce, they took the case away from him, transferred the case to another court at Obiaruku. A woman judge started working on the case. Just right before she made to deliver judgment, they took the case from her and transferred it to Asaba. Yes, Asaba High Court too. They had their judge. I'm going to call her name. Judge Azinge. She's a woman from Asaba. They had her positioned. Okowa had her positioned. And the Attorney General of the state was there. All right, and the chief judge of the state. They said they wanted to deal with this guy. Who are you? Come from the United States. We run the system here. Yes. Before the judgment day, we already saw the judgment. And the terrorist was celebrating. Yes. And they read that judgment, brought him back, brought soldiers with him, gave him police, and all kinds of color party of thugs. All right? Because of my involvement. And they moved the PDP headquarters, the PDP, another Curtis political party in Nigeria. They came to my hometown, Okowa and Nwaboshi. Nwaboshi just died 2 weeks ago, right? Yes, the rogue senator. He died. Now he's dead. All those money he stole, where are they now? He's gone. Okowa has his judgment waiting. So they started building fake roads. They started completing stupid hospital project that was like a boys' hostel, abandoned about 30 years ago because of me. And then for that reason, they turned my people against me. These are a people that I blew up over 100 million naira to save them from being massacred. They killed some people, some of them. The bastard terrorist who imported Boko Haram to Ababo, he killed so many people. Yeah, before we stepped in to stop him. I blew up a lot of money. In fact, I emptied my wallet. 19 people were arrested by Governor Uduanga at the time when the whole thing started. Yes, 19. They were kept in detention for 90 days to fight back for them in order not to scare them, to keep them confident about what we're doing, because what we're doing was right. I was paying every person who was detained 1,000 naira every day. Every day. So when all of them walked out, I'm talking about 2012, not today. When the 19 persons walked out, they walked out with about 91,000 naira each. So more people were ready to go to jail. More people were ready to stand up for their hometown. Yes, I did it. And if I have to do it again, I will do it 200 times. Okowa, I will never forgive him. That is why I will challenge him any day, anywhere. Anytime he comes up with anything, I'm going to be out there for him. So this is the type of Nigeria we have. So the best people never lead Nigeria. The best brains never lead Nigeria. Nigeria's best brains are all out. Nigerians' vocal people are all out. As we speak right now, I don't want to go to Nigeria. You know why? Not because I'm scared of going to Nigeria, because this has been my life. In 2013, because of this whole thing that I explained to you, to the extent that they declared me wanted. They declared me wanted for standing up for my people. Where does that happen? Only in Nigeria. So I got, then along the line, because they attacked my mother's home, they went to attack my family home with barrage of guns, AK-47 diggers. My mom was in the house with her one of her younger brother came. The other one came to join them later when he heard that they were attacking my house. So he drove his motorcycle to our house and then entered there. He said, okay, I am ready to die. Two of them, they said, we are ready to die where our sister died. I love them. I love them. Sorry, all of them are gone now. Yes, they stayed with my mom. They were shooting into our compound. I called the police commissioner, Ikechukwu Aduba, from here. And I told him, if they kill my mom, it's going to be between me and you. When I first called him, he started talking rude to me. Who are you? And other, you want oil. You want oil. You want to seize the oil in your community. I am an environmentalist. If I have my way, looking at the way the oil in Nigeria has been mismanaged, I would drive all the oil companies in Nigeria out of Nigeria because the oil is a cost. It's not benefiting anybody. Why are we having this oil? So I called him again. I told him if they kill my mom, it's going to be a personal thing between me and you. So that I bet that got to him because nobody has, in Nigeria, nobody talks to them. So he called me, the one who called me back now to say, okay, I've deployed all the mobile policemen in Delta. They are heading to your hometown. I said, they better get there on time. If they kill my mom, it's going to be between me and you. There a lot of police started heading in the direction of my hometown to rescue my mom. But by the time they came, the youths of my hometown, who worked very closely with me, had, taken my mother to a safe place. So when the police came, my mom was nowhere there anymore. And then it happened on January 15, 2014. In April of that year, my mom passed. And at this time, they said they declared me wanted. So I went home. And then I went straight to Asaba. I told Aduba, I said, here I am. I hear you declared me wanted, so I am here. So he started telling me, no, I don't want no trouble with you. I found out the truth. I found out that you are doing the right thing. So I can give you a lot of policemen. I said, my mom died now, so I'm here for the burial. So he deployed so many police that I didn't want all that amount of police. My mom's burial was like militarized. I didn't like it. So I don't play the video. Well, that's just something to tell you how wicked this Nigerian system is. And the reason why you Nigerians watching me today now must wake up. Because what happened to me could happen to you. And the reason I am fighting is because I don't want what happened to me to happen to anybody. All the deprivations that I have suffered, and many people are still suffering. We are suffering it because of our conspiracy of silence. We keep quiet, even when they are destroying our thing, they are killing our people. Yes. That is the problem we have. It's a big problem. Why should a country as rich as Nigeria be the way it is? There's no reason Nigerians are all over the place. There's no reason Nigerians are trekking across the desert to go to Libya, where Arabs trade them and and they rape them and treat them like trash. There's no reason. So are we ready to change our ways? Part of the problem we have is generational tribalism. Ask me, if you're a Yoruba man, what has being Yoruba helped you to do? I am still looking for what being an Ika person has done for me. Nothing. The only thing it has done for me is that I have that identity. Okay, traditionally, I'm an Ika person. So fucking what? So what? I'm able to speak the language. And maybe I know the customs and tradition, which is actually dying now because of corruption. So other than that, we are in one country. We are a most unpatriotic people. We don't love our country. We love other countries more than our country. When we go to other people's country, we behave ourselves. But in our country, we can't organize it. How can you be from a country without light? How can you be in a country, you pay electricity bill, but you are not given the service, and you don't wake up to question those who are doing that? Why should a people from a country be buying electricity pole and buying transformers? Something is wrong with Nigerians. So those things were some of the things that inspired me that I was going to be dealing with there. But when I came home, my people rejected me. My hometown, I did not get up to 50 votes. Yes, they voted for a criminal who stole money, their money, and then gave them some pieces of it. And they call him my leader, our leader. That's what the young people, in fact, the young people of Nigeria are some of the greatest problems of Nigeria. They hail everything. They hail everything. Yes. So, every election that we have an opportunity to change things, we don't do it. We get worse with every election. We get worse. I know a lot of you have questions. I'm going to address as many as I am, because a lot of them coming in now. I will address every question, but I'm going to read something to you. I'm just trying to give you an analogy of what happens to the best people in Nigeria, why intellectuals don't stay in Nigeria, because an intellectual is a very intellectually mobile person. He has no time to be stuck. A lot of intellectuals get frustrated and die in Nigeria. But those who are able to escape, they go to places where they are given the enabling environment to express themselves. And they become the best in those countries. And still, because we love our country, that is why some of us still come back and start thinking. Yes, some of us, we do well here. If I decide that I'm not going to deal with Nigeria, I do very, very well here. There are a lot of people, yes, there are a lot of Nigerians here who don't care about Nigeria anymore. Even they tell me that you are being stupid. Why do you care about that useless place where people don't listen, where people don't want to change? Leave them alone, let them perish. But I am not that kind of person. So I'm trying to reach your heart today. No, go and search your heart about how have you handled your Nigerian citizenship, how you have not made good use of your citizenship of Nigeria, why you don't understand that you have equal stake in Nigeria with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You have equal stake in Nigeria with all the state governors, members of the state and national assembly, and to the smallest person. All of us have equal stake. They don't own Nigeria more than you, but you allow them treat you like you are schoolboys to them. Yes, once you turn 18, nobody should push you around in a country. Come to America, you see young people. Yes, they know their rights, and they start teaching them their rights from elementary school. So before they got to college level, they have already mastered it. Before you tell them anything, they will tell you where their rights are and how you are violating them. You don't need, you now shut up because they know. But in Nigeria, what do? they push people around like a vegetable. They fry you like plantain, and you still thank them for frying you. Somebody will steal everything from you, and then he brings a little bit from for it, and you are hailing him. Somebody will build. They say he built a road. Oh, the governor works so much. No, he's not working better than the teacher. He's not working better than the police. He chose to do that. It's his responsibility. He did not do any of those things with his money. He did not dig borehole with his money. He did not tar road with his money. He did not build those hospitals with it. It's your money. He's doing his job. So he doesn't deserve the type of encomium that you pour on them. You are not praising the teachers. They are the ones that you are supposed to be praising the most. You are not praising the firefighters. Yes. So why do you celebrate a politician, a thief? Yes, majorly thieves. Why are you not celebrating the professors who teach, but they are not paid enough? Can you imagine you spend years working to become a PhD? A roadside idiot who went to the National Assembly earns more money than a university professor for doing nothing. And everybody will be calling them honorable. Why you call ignoble people honorable? Yes. Wow. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, before I go to talk about the main issue here, let me read something to you. I am not here to make anybody happy. My job is to tell you the truth, the hard truth. Yes, the hard truth. Now listen, we must reset Nigeria by all means necessary. And resetting Nigeria involves everybody. And I don't believe that we are going to reset Nigeria in 2027. We must reset Nigeria now, before anything. Because in 2027, we are not going to get anything better than what we have right now. Now, I read it to you. 2027 will not produce anything but the same thing, even if the gathering ridiculous opposition of aggrieved criminals win. Looking at the composition of the celebrated ADC coalition, whoever becomes the president of Nigeria from it will be a far worse vegetable and lame duck than the crackhead working for France and China's interest in the country. We need an urgent action to secure the country first before anything. Atiku is a horribly corrupt Fulani elite who is a member of the Miyetti Allah terrorist group, which is believed to be one of the organized funders of terrorism and banditry in Nigeria. Amechi Rotimi is as rotten can be, and is actually in the race to be a vice president. And Peter Obi, that appears to be a better aspirant, has made some troubling, desperate statements, in addition to being seen around some terribly corrupt elites, including those who are very strong suspects of masterminding terrorism and insecurity in Nigeria in the name of building bridges that will pose serious problems to him if he becomes president and they are in his cabinet. Nobody should be talking to Ahmad Gumi, Nasiru El-Rufai, Issa Pantami, and Abubakar Malami and others for any reason, because they are all parts of the elitist Fulani conspiracy against Nigeria. I am for resetting the country and not for an election. That is what that's where I stand. I believe you heard what I said. Now, what is happening? When President Donald Trump declared Nigeria a country of particular concern, some rotten-headed Nigerians started crying sovereignty. They started telling us about territorial integrity. They started telling us that Donald Trump is interested in Nigeria's oil. Now I ask you these questions. Three. Do you know the meaning of sovereignty? Have you seen, has Nigeria been sovereign to you? Okay, do you know the meaning of territorial integrity? If Nigeria has territorial integrity, where are all the terrorists that they imported from across Africa? Where did they come from? How did they gain entrance into our country? Yes. Now, the oil that you are talking about, who are those stealing our oil? Who owns all the oil blocks in the Niger Delta, where I come from? Why do we still have shortage of petroleum products in Nigeria? So how has the oil benefited you? Why are you crying over what you have never benefited from? We have never had sovereignty in Nigeria, but we can have it once we reset the country. We have never had a territorial integrity in Nigeria. It can happen when responsible people become leaders of Nigeria at all levels and in all sectors. And our oil will start benefiting us when we have the right managers of our economy, those who put country first and love the people of Nigeria. Yes. Yes. Why do we have it? That is, those are the questions you have to address. Now, the President of the United States declared Nigeria a country of particular concern because of the tragedy of leadership that has been ongoing but reached a dangerous crescendo under the rogue President President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who never won an election, but was smuggled into the presidency of Nigeria from the back doors with a compromised INEC, compromised armed forces, compromised judiciary, compromised church leadership and Islamic leadership, compromised traditional institution, compromised youth organization, compromised student union organization, National Association of Nigerian Students, all corrupted and compromised. And then the tribalism factor played in. And then the religious nationalist factor played in. Instead of talking about Nigeria, we were hearing about Muslim ticket. Who gives a fuck about Muslim ticket? Instead, the whole of the world, they are putting their best in charge of their country. We are backward, so backward that we are thinking about religion. Does religion grow in the economy? As much as Nigerians pray. Look at the economy of Nigeria. It's lying prostrate on the ground. Look at all sectors of the country. Nothing is working. The educational system is crumbled. Healthcare delivery system, total disaster. Infrastructure, rotten. Yes. And you say you have a country, and you are so proud that you have a country. You are proud of those leading you to death. Young people account for more than 70% of the country's entire population. 90% of that population, yes, has no jobs. They are hopeless. They are pushed to the wall. That they do things that they ought not to be doing in order to survive. What type of country is run that way? And we are happy to have that? Yes. You see Chinese travel over 18,000 miles to Nigeria. The opportunities you, the people in Nigeria, don't see. The Chinese see them, take advantage of them, take undue advantage of them. And they even abuse Nigerians on top of it. And you still don't see it. Hold your government accountable. You'll be telling me about your tribe. You'll be telling me about your religion. Who religion help? Who tribalism help? Now I ask you, what is your benefit being a Fulani man? What is your benefit being a Yoruba man? What is your benefit of being an Igbo man in a country called Nigeria? They stage fights for you. And then you fall into that pit. They keep you distracted. In order that they continue to rob you. And you don't see it. And most of the people who are doing this, they are people who look like you. They speak your language. They dress the way you dress. Some of them go to your churches, even if they are hypocrites. Some of them pray 5 times a day. Like you, they are a Muslim. And you still don't see that they are evil. They are destroying you. You don't see that they are attacking your future for you to stand up to them. Now is the moment. Now is the moment. Now is the moment for you to wake up, especially the young people in Nigeria. You are the most at risk. You are the most at risk. Anything happens to Nigeria, it is your population that will be wiped out. Yes. It is you that will not have a future. It is your future that is being toyed with. You must stand up for yourselves. You must stand up for your generation. You must stand up for your future. You must stand up for the future of your country. You must stand up for the future of your own unborn generations. Yes. Now, let me take some questions. I saw somebody write something, but let me see how much I'm going to answer. I'll be able to answer before I go to sleep here, because it's 3:18 a.m. here. We've already spent an hour, 4 minutes here, but I'm going to read as many as I can. You know, let's see. Let's go from here. And we go, let's see. All right, let's see. All right, Stephen Bishop. We have the best doctors in the USA, and most of them are Nigerians. Thank you very much for bringing that. Now, the question is, what makes those doctors leave Nigeria? They leave Nigeria because they do not have the enabling environment to practice for the benefit of the Nigerian people. You are very correct. Me speaking to you, I'm a high-profile nurse. I came here about 30 years ago. Yes, I left Nigeria because Nigeria became most difficult. There are thousands of us here. But because of the tragedy of leadership, the leadership there are mostly blind people. Our people love to choose blind people, people who have no brain as their leaders. So when you put a brainless man in charge of a country, what do? They run the country down. And those intellectuals will run away and then go to places where they are appreciated. That's the reason why you have so many Nigerian doctors doing great things here. And they feel very angry. I feel angry whenever I go home. I take as much as I can take, but I cannot help a lot of people because they don't have anything. And still, they don't choose the right type of people who can make things happen for the people of the country. So when you go to a typical Nigerian hospital, you will cry. You will cry. Looking at the bed, looking at everything around, you begin to wonder, what kind of a hell is this? Yes, I'm from Nigeria. I'm a patriotic Nigerian. I am sad that Nigeria is that way. And the reason is the way it is because of the people. The people don't ask questions. The people don't challenge those that are supposed to be their representatives. When they get there, they become gods to them. They become lords. Nobody can challenge them. Now, when you challenge them like I'm challenging them, they have the police, they have their thugs unleashed. And there some of those thugs are young people. Who don't ask themselves questions because they are hungry. It's only their stomachs that they think. Their brains are in their stomachs. They are not futuristic. They don't care about anything beyond them. That is why we are where we are. Disaster, terrible leadership, and unconscious followership. Yes. Now, Alphonsus Winston, Thurston, how are you going to restore it? The best thing for we to go back to where we are coming from. Yes, and part of the restoration is what I am doing. I am raising awareness about what is taking place in Nigeria. I started some years ago, and I have gone home to run for office, to be given the access to implement some of this that I'm talking about. But I found out one thing, that not many people are thinking the way I'm thinking. So, and what happened is just because I have courage and I'm inspired to do what I'm doing. Otherwise, I would have, when I came back from Nigeria, I would say, forget it. It cost me a lot of money to run a senatorial race in Nigeria. I slept in my car here to raise $100 every day. Yes, from my job. I had to stay, and I used to travel a lot. So what I did was to raise that money to be able to run a successful senatorial race, because I did not want what they call godfather. If you're a Nigerian, you will understand what godfather means, or godfatherism. So when you have a godfather, they are financial undertakers. They will fund you, but you'll be a slave to them. When you win an election, everything that you are supposed to use to support, to work for your constituency, they want it in their pocket, and at the end of the day, you don't achieve anything. So I decided to beat them to it. They called me arrogant. Yes, because I wasn't listening. I didn't allow them to control me. I chose my own way of raising money for myself. A few friends gave me some money, but 95% of the cost of funding my election came from my own pocket. How did I do it? I have a family here. I decided to do something in order not to upset my own family while here I had to put a buffer for them. So I had to look at my own self. What can I save from my trip outside Houston every week? I came up with a plan to save $100 every day. Yes, from my cost of doing business. My business requires me staying in a hotel every night. So I said, okay, 4 nights, no hotel. I was saving $100 every day. So at the end of every week, I saved $400. At the end of every month, I saved $1,600. I did that for nearly 3 years. That's how I came up with the money with which I ran a successful senatorial campaign. I started from the APC, they call it All Progressive Congress, but it's All Terrorist Congress. And I was in that political party for 8 months until I discovered what the party was about. It wasn't a party that was for the good of Nigeria. So I left and then joined another party they call AAC, African Action Congress. It was under the AAC platform that I ran my senatorial race to candidacy. It was an interesting thing, and it gave me the impetus to learn Nigeria better. I thought that I knew Nigeria, but that experience brought me to how much I knew Nigeria, and I continue to study Nigeria. Nigeria has a problem, big problem, and that problem is mind problem, mental. And we have to overcome that mental problem for us to be able to make any headway towards nation building. We are so tribal. We are unnecessarily too religious, but we are hypocrites for the most part of it. Tribalism does not benefit anybody. It hasn't benefited me. I see people do it. but I know they don't benefit. It's a sickness. And I think this generation should break that sickness. But unfortunately, I'm not seeing anything yet that suggests that this generation is ready to divorce themselves from that sickness that has been existing in Nigeria since independence. We go to church, we go to mosques, but we don't take anything away from those mosques because we listen to the wrong doctrines, we listen to the wrong preachers. The preachers don't even know what they are preaching. The easiest business now is to go and start a church. Once you clutch a Bible in your hand, you look for some victims, you hold them hostage, you scare them with their false prophecies, they will start giving you all their money. That is what we do. Then, which type of country will anybody be listening to Ahmad Gumi in a mosque? A man who supports terrorism, a man who speaks for Boko Haram, a man who speaks the mouthpiece of Fulani bandits. What kind of preaching is he preaching? If you are a Nigerian listening to him or watching whatever the trash that is coming out of him, you will see that that man is sick. So any person who listens to Gumi is a sick man. Any person who listens to all those big GOs in Nigeria, Adeboye and all the kind, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, you are lost because they are not telling you essentially the truth about everything. They tell you somebody slap you, give him another one. That's how Fulani terrorists have taken over our country. And they say we should not fight back. And then somebody came from outside, angry. Yes, whether he means it or not, at least he expressed it because of the pressure some of us are mounting on the government here. They decided to act. You are telling me about sovereignty. You are telling me about territorial integrity. You are telling me about he has come to steal our resources. Have they not been stealing them? They have been stealing Nigerian oil since 1956 when the first oil was struck in our library. Yes, they've been stealing it. It has not benefited you. It has not benefited me. The only few times that he built Lagos, he built Abuja, he built most of the state capitals. But come to my place where the oil is taken, there's nothing there. What do we have? Environmental degradation, water pollution. Our people inhaling radioactive particles. We get sick of cancer. We get sick of bronchitis. We get sick of all upper and lower respiratory tract diseases. Yes. And we don't have hospitals to take care of people who are sick. We don't have good roads to show for the oil that is extracted from our place. We don't have good water to drink. Our people drink the same water that they pee and shit into. They use the same water to cook. Are you happy about that? So where's the oil? What's the benefit? We're not benefiting anything, so why are we crying? I would prefer that if anybody comes, let them come and let us sit down and discuss how we will mutually benefit from our oil than what we are doing right now. All the people you see in government are all oil thieves. Look at what they did to NNPC. Look at your 4 refineries in Nigeria. Which one is working? They destroyed all the 4 refineries. And suddenly one refinery by one man called Dangote sprang up. Did you know whose money was invested in Dangote's refinery? But we celebrate all kinds of things. Yes. So we should be ashamed of ourselves. But we can correct ourselves now. We can correct ourselves. We don't have a lot of time. Nigeria does not have a lot of time. Nigeria is about dead. If you came here earlier, you would have heard when I read the first article written by Dr. S.K.C. Ogbonnia, a great friend of mine and a former presidential aspirant under the APC platform. He laid it out why Nigeria is where it is. And they call for all of us to stop being selfish and come together to work for the for the release of the country from captivity. That is what we must do now. If you sit down on the fence, you are not doing yourself any favor. If you sit down on the fence like we have been sitting for a very long time, if you have children, your children will suffer. They will live worse than you are living right now. So we must set aside all these stupid differences, religion, tribe. They don't help anybody. We must be ready to break the ice. And now let me speak to the people in the north of Nigeria. There is a lot of problems in that place. They use Islam to blindfold the people there. The people who use religion to blindfold them, they don't believe in Allah, they don't believe in the religion. They use it as a political tool to repress the people, to oppress them, to distract them. They make it impossible for them to unite, for the young people there in the north of Nigeria to unite with their counterparts from other parts of Nigeria. But I have a good news for you tonight, that things are beginning to shape up there. The Hausa people who have been in captivity of Fulani elites are beginning to see the light. And we are going to gradually release them. So this is a time for us to come together and work for the greater good of that country. Yes, it is. So when we have all this, the awareness is high. We build that critical mass of critically conscious Nigerians. Yes, we'll be ready for the exodus. That is the exit strategy from the hell that Nigeria is. Nigerians are relying on pastors as their savior. Thank you very much, Eddington. I agree with you. The over-reliance on pastors and imams, I don't know, it's a very terrible culture. These pastors are mostly criminals, thieves, exploiters and robbers, blackmailers. How they got our people in that tight corner where they are able to repress and steal from them, and they don't know it, and they continue to say in Jesus' name, amen. And then your situation is getting poorer. And then when the situation of many people gets poorer, the situation of the country gets poorer. That is where we are right now. I hope as they listen to us, they begin to ask themselves questions. Why is it that a pastor has to do for me what the Almighty God has already endowed me to do? They don't see God. They don't have any special relationship with God. If you want to encounter God, you can do that by yourself. It's by righteousness. And then you pray to God. You don't have to shout and yell all the time. God knows your problem much more. Just walk with him with honesty. And that is all that is needed. And you see, walk and pray. And not pray and do nothing and give money to pastor. God is not a God that you can bribe. God does not. God is not a Nigerian that you can give money and he tells you to go and get whatever you want. You have to walk and pray. Yes. Pastors don't do any magic. They are mostly criminals. Yes, a great number of them are criminals. Not many of them are doing the work the way it is ought to be done. They are all looking for who to exploit. And then if you fall a prey to them, good luck. And that is what many Nigerians are to them. They rob them and rob them blind. All right, Eddington. Obi was exposed recently. He has now joined a party of more corrupt individuals. I agree with you. If you heard what I just read before we got to this stage, you will agree with me. Maybe I should read it again. If I read it again, you see. Yeah, I was so disappointed that he went and joined a political party with criminals and those with so much blood in their hands. And I don't know what kind of discussion he's having with them. I saw his picture the other day they sent to me, meeting with Gumi, a terrorist, and then another one, Issa Pantami, another terrorist known here in the intelligence circles. What is he doing with them? Atiku. Atiku is a member of Mieti Allah. Mieti Allah is the umbrella terrorist organization for the Fulanis. They mastermind terrorism in Nigeria. So nobody should have any business doing with any of those people. But sadly, Peter Obi has compromised himself. I will not, honestly, if I were to vote. But my own thing is I'm not interested in 2027. Really, I want something now to happen for Nigeria to cascade and we start all over again. Yes, we have to sit down at a negotiation table to decide the future of Nigeria, not building on this dead foundation. I am not for it. I don't sign up for it. So for that reason, I am not a fan of Peter Obi. I supported him in 2023, but what he has done in recent times suggests a man that is so desperate. I don't know why he chose that path. I don't know who is advising him, but that is what it is. It is what it is. I am not a part of it. I can't be a part of that. No, I can't deal with terrorists. I cannot deal with those who are killing my people. No, it's not like they are hiding. They say it with audacity. No, I have no business. All right, next one. You said Sowore is the only trusted candidate. He has never been in power, but we can take a risk rather than elect another Tinubu. My brother, I can tell you that Sowore is a child of the establishment. I worked very closely with Sowore. I was in the same political party with him, AAC. Sowore is as bad as the people you are thinking. He says one thing in the daytime. What he does behind the scene is different. So you are dealing with someone who dealt with him from a very close range. He was supposed to be the presidential candidate of my political party, AAC. You know what that guy did? He was the presidential candidate. He was the party's chairman. He was the party's financial secretary. He was the party's treasurer. He was the party's disciplinary officer. He was a maximum dictator. And he paints himself as one who knows it all, whereas he knows next to nothing. He has no driving ideology. I have an ideology. My ideology is open Nigeria. And if I go to sleep and you wake me in the dead of night, I will tell you everything about open Nigeria and how I can use it to change Nigeria. Yes, within a very short time. Sowore is a man of the minute. So that's what it is. He worked for Buhari and Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In 2019, he told us he was in the presidential race. I called him many times, say, hey, what do you want us to do? Do you want this election or you don't want? If you don't want this election, we can work ways to stop it, to disrupt the election from taking place. He refused every effort we made to set up a presidential campaign council. He was not in the race. He was a front for Buhari and Tinubu. I wish he's listening here. And maybe perhaps I will need to invite him to my show to interview him because I know him too well. He lived here in the United States, where I live, so I know him. It's not a risk anybody should take. I am saying that point blank. Sowore is as bad as all those. He will even be worse. Gives Sowore power. No. We left the party for him. We left the party for him. So how has he been faring in the party? Maximum dictator. That's what it is. So it's not a man that I am saying it with smoke coming out of my mouth. It's not a man that anybody should take seriously. That's why Nigerians don't take him seriously. You see, he's everywhere, he's an attention seeker. I wish he was a good person. We came with patriotism to support him. I supported him so much. I was in the senatorial race. He was in the presidential race. Every money that he was supposed to pay as a presidential candidate running an election, I paid his own. Yes, I paid his own. You know, when you run in an election, there are things. You pay party agents, all right? You pay party agents. For the presidential election, you have to have party agents. Sowore did not have any plan for party agents around the country. So I wondered how he wanted to be president of Nigeria. It was like a joke. What was he thinking? But we had 100 and how many wards? About 120 something wards across Delta North Senatorial District with 9 local government. I paid everything for Sowore, and everything came to nearly 8 million. Yes. So he's a free rider. All the money the people of Nigeria contributed, did you know he did not account for it? Donated to the political party, AAC. And all those money ended in his own private Zenith Bank account. He did not give us, the candidates, any penny. He pocketed all of that. He was junketing the world. And the people were hailing and shouting for him. The election was in Nigeria. He was in Canada. He came to the United States many times, Australia and other. What was he doing? Let us form a campaign organization so we can move from one state to the other to sell our party to the people. No, he frustrated all those efforts. Don't tell me about Sowore because I know him so well. I wish if you can share this with him so that he hears. He avoids me because I know what he knows. He avoids me. He was scared of me, what I represent. You know what they did to me? They didn't want my senatorial race to go through. On the last day of submitting form, my senatorial form got lost between him and one young man they call Abiodun Thorpe, who was supposed to be the one collecting and forwarding that. And they switched off their phone. It was Dr. Leonard Nzenwa that saved my candidacy because they were threatened. I am vocal. I asked them questions. Last minute, 12 a.m. Nigerian time, on the dot. I had to send someone with a fresh form to the International Conference Center at Abuja. It was the person. I called Leonard. Leonard struggled outside to take that form from her. That was how my senatorial ambition was restored. Otherwise, it was gone due to the wickedness of Sowore and Abiodun Thorpe. I am saying it with smoke coming out. Cut this clip of it, send it to him, and let him say that I'm lying. So it's the same thing that they all are. I didn't want to talk much about the AAC, but you asked this question, and I thought I should answer it so that you understand who Sowore is, why the people of Nigeria don't take him seriously. If he was an honest person with the hard work he put into activism, no, Nigeria would be on fire right now. I tell you that. But he's not a good person. He's not a straightforward person. He's a show guy. All right? Now, Stephen Bishop, he said, do not give up, brother. Keep on fighting for what is right. Stick to your principle. Absolutely, absolutely. Ain't no going back. There's no going back. Not at all. Not at all. This is what I am. This is what I have represented all my life. I'm not going to change suddenly. I can't be corrupted. I can't be bought. I can't be sold. Yeah, thank you very much for your words of encouragement. Okay, Michael 102 at Eddington. Which party in Nigeria did you form that doesn't have criminal politician? We can ask Obi to go to your party if you have such a party. Michael, to be very candid, if you can reach Peter Obi, seriously, he's in a bad gang right now. And that bad gang is going to hurt him. I'm telling you, I loved him. I spent a lot of my personal money on his campaign in 2023, even though I don't know him, I've never met him. People try to connect the two of us. I told them, no, I did not do what I did for money. I delivered my hometown. That was a stronghold of PDP. Everybody voted for Peter Obi. I went home and told them, do not do what you did in the past. Don't do what you did to me. And they listened. They gave him nearly 100% of their votes. But I was disappointed in him He did not fight for the people of Nigeria when he was robbed. He should have been at the forefront. I believe the people of Nigeria were ready to line behind him to get the job done. He told us to keep on praying. And then from praying, he told us about the all eyes on judiciary. The judiciary did what they knew best because they have been paid. And then the whole thing died like that. And everybody went about their business as usual. Yes, but this coalition that he joined, I tell you, if you are not troubled, I am very, very troubled. That is why I wrote that article. I'm sure that it will get to him. Maybe perhaps it will help him adjust what he is doing. All he should have done, he should have demonstrated real leadership to ensure that the crisis in the Labour Party was resolved. But he did not. And he lost that party. And where's the guarantee that he will be the presidential candidate of ADC? Even if he becomes the presidential candidate of ADC, with those type of people around him, like I said, he's going to be a lame duck, worse than Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because I don't see Obi as a revolutionary who has a mind of his own and who has enough spine to stand Atiku, stand Issa Pantami, stand El Rufai, and all those Abubakar Malami that are going to be around him and perhaps be part of his cabinet. So when you have those people in your cabinet, what are you going to do with them? It will frustrate you and make sure you don't succeed. And he's dealing with Fulani elites. Nobody wants Fulani elites to lead Nigeria anymore. I hope you know. A lot of even outside people are saying they don't want them. They don't want them because of what they did to them. How they choked life out of them. They call them that they are one and the same in Allah. But they are raping their women. Their militias are raping their women. Their militias are occupying Hausa land, imposing taxation on them, kidnapping them and killing them, roasting them. You needed to listen to what I read earlier to see how Fulani bastards in the forest are roasting Hausa people and eating their meat. Yes, you have not heard anything. So nobody wants any Fulani elite leading Nigeria. Peter Obi wants to bring them to power, then he's on his own. So if you know him or anybody who knows him, should send this message to him. Nigerians are not willing, I am sure, if they were to vote. But me, I am not for 2027. I'm just reacting to what you said. I don't care about 2027. I want anything by all means that will dislodge Bola Ahmed Tinubu right now and dismantle the current political system and run the politicians out of business. So we can start all over again with a clean slate, lure back the best of the heads of Nigeria that are now outside the country everywhere. Yes. You know, the conspiracy against Nigeria starts from the political party levels. Yes. When a candidate who comes out, he wants to serve his country, he knows that he has the capacity, he knows that he has the knowledge, he knows that he has the courage to do the right thing, he knows that he has the content and strength of character to provide the type of leadership that will help build, utilize, expand, extend, and sustain capacity beyond himself for the good of the people and the country. And then you come from the political party level and you tell him that he has to pay 20 million naira to buy one piece of paper called a nomination form. Where is it done? Where is it done? So now you screen those people, good people out. Then the criminals with money, stolen money, will come and take charge. That is why the best people don't lead Nigeria. So are you listening to me? Am I making sense? The robbery starts from the political party level. So when they give you to buy a form for 40 million, 20 million, yes. Now, okay, assuming I come now, I know what I can do. Honestly, if you give me Nigeria right now, I say smart take Nigeria, I can tell you one thing that will end within 6 months. This insecurity will end. We don't need Donald Trump to send us any troop or to come and bomb anywhere. I know what to do. I know the people who are responsible for the insecurity in Nigeria. You see what they are doing? They are dancing around them. I will pick all of them. I will pick Gumi on day one. I will pick that Satan of Sokoto. I will pick him up. I will pick up El Rufai. All right? I will pick up Issa Pantami. I will pick up Abubakar Malami. Because I know all of them are involved. I will pick up Yusuf Bichi. Yes. I pick up all of them. I pick up most of the emirs, the fake Fulani emirs in the north, because they are. I pick up all those fake religious leaders. I'll prosecute them. They will confess, because we have intelligence report on them. All of them, we know what they are doing. But what is Bola Ahmed Tinubu doing? He cannot touch them, because they were part of the conspiracy that brought him to power. If you remember what Satan Saad said before Bola Ahmed Tinubu was inaugurated, he boasted that nobody would be able to stop the inauguration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu because he has eaten money. They have given him money. Yes. So that's why Tinubu is dancing around them. They can't mess with someone like me. Like all the things that I do, they get it. They send messages to me. They ask me, why am I doing this? I want to make them so ordinary. But I cannot do it alone. That is why I call on you to join me. There are no strong oppositions in Nigeria. Some of them make noise for the money that they will get. Or they make noise for the appointment. So that's the thing. Nigeria needs a reset. Nigeria needs the best of its revolutionaries with guts to stand up for the people of Nigeria. I was just this evening talking to some people. What I heard from some of my compatriots, if not that I'm a diehard, I'll be so demoralized. The country has become such a hopeless entity. Very, very hopeless. Very, very hopeless. Nigeria has been made hopeless. The people are tired. They are weak. They can't even fight. They can't raise a finger. Everybody is hungry. What are you going to tell a hungry person? So the help that we get from outside, whether we have to pay for it, yeah, the best thing we negotiate. If we have to pay Donald Trump some whatever he wants that we can negotiate, pay him and say, oh, we don't want to do it on long term. Okay, if it's 5 years, we pay you this, leave us alone. I think it's not a bad idea than to sit down and allow Fulani invaders to continue to kill our people. In my hometown that is so far from the north of Nigeria, they have kidnapped over 100 people. Out of the over 100 persons they kidnapped, they killed 10 of them. Yes, in my hometown in Niger Delta. And they are coming. They are coming. Look at what they are doing in Plateau State. We say we have Nigerian Armed Forces. Armed Forces is dead. We cannot do it. So why can't we need help? So those who are saying nonsense about Donald Trump and all that, you are crazy. You don't love Nigeria. Let Donald Trump come. Let the bombs rain. I have a friend, an American, white guy who is a Pan-Africanist. I love him. He's my brother. I know him since the past 25 years. We have been friends in the past 25 years. But right now, I'm in a disagreement with him over Donald Trump's strike on those terrorists. He didn't think it was right. He's an American. And he felt angry with me because I supported it. And I told him, you don't understand the situation yet or as much. I've tried to explain it to you. So you mean I should keep quiet? Why some Fulani Arabs are killing my people? Because I want to be this Pan-Africanist. So you want me to take side with those killing my people? The same people who are condemning What Benjamin Netanyahu is doing in Gaza, they are doing worse than that. And me and you stand against Benjamin Netanyahu's attitude in Gaza, but you cannot stand with me as these crazy Fulanis are killing my own people. No, I'm not. Those are my people, they are moderate. I'm not going to close my eyes to that. So that's the thing. But I'm hoping that along the line he will understand my position. So right now, we are not in good terms the way we used to be. But hey, safety is of utmost importance. They have killed so many people. They have no right to take the people's lives. They are hypocrites. They don't believe in Allah. A true Muslim will not do what they are doing. That majority of the Muslims in the north, especially the Fulanis, they don't speak up. They keep quiet, which means they are all involved, and they have no right to challenge me with a variant opinion against what they are doing. They cannot. So if you are a true Fulani, you must wake up now and join us in this struggle. But if you keep quiet, then you are an accomplice, and we will treat you as an accomplice. We don't owe you any apologies. Since you don't owe us apologies for what your people are doing to our people, the whole of Nigeria, yes, you have no right to come out as a Nigerian to open your dirty mouth to say anything. So if you are an Igbo man now, you are a Yoruba person, you are a Baron, you are from wherever you are Hausa who has been victims, it's time for all of us to unite. They are a minority. We must unite and take our country back. And that is what we must do. Now, Master Gamer, thank you. Like and subscribe. People, there is 155 watching, but only 9 likes. It takes 2 seconds, guys. Thank you very much, Master Man. I appreciate you always for the great things that you do. Hey, please, if you are here, I know you heard me. I may have said things that you don't like, but that's not my mission. My mission is to speak the truth. Give us a like, man. It doesn't take but a few seconds. Give us a like. What does that do for us? It helps YouTube recommend us to more people. Yes, it is very, very important for us. We are the only ones in Nigeria speaking the truth the way it ought to be. The rest are dancing around it. Some of my friends don't speak because they want to continue to go to Nigeria to enjoy those their little girlfriends. No, those can stay. All right? Those can stay. I want to be heard. I want the world to hear me. I want to know. I want the people to know what I represent. That is why I'm putting my life on the line. It doesn't matter anymore. My life is about the people. Yes, if they are killing the people, now they are killing me. My brothers and sisters live there. You all live in Nigeria. Yes, somebody needs to speak to you. What you cannot speak. Yes, because there are some people out there in Nigeria, they cannot open their mouth to speak. They are scared. But here we are speaking. So the minimum you can do for us is to show us support. We are not even asking you for money. We know most Nigerians don't have money, because of the economic crunch in the country. Things are very difficult. If you really love from your heart, we're not forcing you. If you like what we are doing, you hear what we are doing, for someone who is speaking the truth across the board, not because I'm a Yoruba man, not because I'm an Igbo man, not because I'm an Hausa man. Yeah, I'm speaking the truth that impacts the whole of Nigeria. That is what we represent. We need people of Nigeria who can speak the truth. You need to come here to the United States to hear how Americans behave. We have many Nigerians here, over 1 million, if not even more, Nigerians that are here, including their children born here. This America has the highest number of Nigerians anywhere on earth. Yes. Come here, you will see. This country has every country represented here. Every religion is represented here. Every tongue is represented here. But there's one thing that does not exist here for the most part of it. You don't see much of a tribalism. Yet there is racism. Yeah, but where there is racism, the system has a way of addressing it. If you feel aggrieved about what somebody did to you or an institution did to you, you can sue. And then You bet you will win if you have a clear case. Yes, but in Nigeria, can we do that? Somebody will hurt you, like they have hurt me so many times when I was in Nigeria. I was denied employment in Nigeria for being the best. Yes, I took first in an interview, job interview. But guess what? They told me that they could not give me the job, even though I was the best. Why? What was the reason? They told me I was not from Kano State. The job is reserved from somebody from Kano State. And at that interview, there was nobody from Kano, not even one that was qualified. Well, I'm sure there was no one that was qualified, or the one that was qualified was not born at the time. They denied me that job. And then to add salt to injury, somebody called me aside and said, why not convert to Islam and then get the job? I said, really? In my own country, I have to become a Muslim in order to get a job? I said, no, I don't want to keep the job. And if I became a Muslim because of a job, I would be a terrible Muslim because I will not be doing it from my heart. Yes. So do you like that type of Nigeria? I'm sure nobody wants to be told to become something that he doesn't want to be because of a job. But a lot of people do it in order to survive. We can't do that. We should not be put in that kind of position. All right. This one said, repent and love one another, not love and be good for money. The one you rejected ends up the blessing. Stop your backwardness and love. Yes, love is good. We love people who love people. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Masters, thank you. Master Gamer, thank you very much. Eddington, are you related to B or not? Well, I've addressed the issue of Peter Obi. Any person who knows him should really advise him in his best interest. And I don't think he has some good advisors for the kind of, everything is not politics. You don't have to be in a mega party to win election. What Nigerians are looking for now, true, honest leadership that can deliver for them. But this relationship that Peter Obi has, I am very, very disturbed. But that is choice. I don't want 2027. I want action now. So if Donald Trump comes today to seize Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I will celebrate so much. We need to dismantle the infrastructure that brought him about because it's an evil infrastructure. It's a disgraceful thing to be led by a drug dealer. A drug dealer. Drug dealer. Drug dealer who was found guilty here. He paid nearly $500,000 restitution before he was allowed to live here. He left and went to Nigeria, became a senator. From being a senator, he became a two-term governor of Lagos State, a thief, a drug dealer, an identity thief, and certificate forger. We don't know anything about him. We don't know about the elementary school he went to. We didn't know anything about the high school he went to. The university he came to, they say he went to university here, was fake for the most part. One ragtag university here. And he came there with somebody else's name. Yes, and he has a terrible criminal record here. He's president of Nigeria with stolen money. And the people lying behind him and calling Jagaban. Jaga nonsense. Yes. And you want him to be your president again. Something is not right with some heads in Nigeria. All right. Okay. all right. I don't want to get into all this. Yeah, they are bamba clad. All right. Okay. Sound like the place you describe as a strong apple in the deep of the people. Oh, man. Michael, please change your name to B and then, okay, that's between Michael. Michael, we have addressed that. We have to really meter how we think. Let's look at things constructively and objectively. So don't continue to make these mistakes that we have made all of Nigeria's life from independence on October 1, 1960 to where we are now. This country is going to be 66 years this year. 66 years this year, and we have not made any appreciable progress. Isn't that disgraceful? And that is a reflection of the kind of leadership that we have and the unconsciousness of we, the citizens of the country. Citizens of Nigeria must wake up to define their country. All right, Mohammed Farek, I am not Nigerian, but I watch Nigerians. Okay, thank you very much. I hope you love them. Nigerian corruption. Nigeria has been made corrupt. We, the people of Nigeria, we were never corrupt, but the terrible leadership in Nigeria has made things terrible that the people have to survive. And sadly, some of the ways they survive are through corrupt ways. It's so difficult to not do corrupt things when you are in Nigeria. That is how bad things have gotten there. All right, Eddington, that question is posed to you. What has been a Yoruba done for you? Okay, good. Good. For me, where I come from, I speak the language. I know the people. But if you ask me one thing being from there has done for me, I would say nothing. Absolutely nothing. I love the people. They are my people. I love them like I love every other Nigerian that has come my way. I don't discriminate against people. I realize too, we are in a country. If we are in a country of a diverse population, we have to connect with one another and be citizens of that country. So all of us can benefit from being citizens. And it ends there. I have a lot of Yoruba friends. And when we talk very openly about everything. Yes. But this tribal crap, we need to overcome it. And the day we overcome it, Nigeria will change. Seriously. Tribalism and religion, they are not good for the growth of any country. They are horrible, horrible, horrible ingredients for disaster. And that is why Nigeria has been a disastrous country. We should introspect and stop, especially among the young ones. We must not continue to be victims of tribalism. We should not allow it anymore in our lives. We should, as a matter of urgency, consider how we can put an end to it or minimize it. Minimize it. We all respect. It's okay to have a tribe, you speak your language, respect your tradition. But when you come to the table of the nation, you should recognize that there are other people. You are not alone in that. You don't have to impose your way and then force them to make them do things the way you want. That was why Buhari failed. That was why all the Fulani who had led Nigeria failed. They come and expect all of us to be Fulanis. They come and expect all of us to be Muslims. They come and think that we all have to do things their own way. Yes, even when their own ways are not the best. So when you come to the leadership of a diverse country with that mindset, you become a disaster. Nigeria can do with a leader who loves all and respects all parts of the country, all cultures. If I were to be president of Nigeria, I would be president of the whole of Nigeria. I will go to Ikare and operate from there as a street boy of Ikare. I will go to Kaura Namoda in Sokoto State and do the same thing. I will go to Delta and be the same thing. That is what, you see, presidents here in the United States, they are accepted everywhere. Because when you become a president, the country becomes your entire constituency. Yes. Here, we don't talk about North and South like we talk about in Nigeria. There is nothing. If you remember President Bill Clinton and his Vice President Al Gore, when they were president of the United States, if it was Nigeria, they would not be. Nigerians have mind problem. We need to grow past certain things. We are not making any movement. We are not growing at all. We are retarded. We are just in one place. So we have to lift that for the good of that country. We belong to the same country. So why are we afraid of one another? Why is it that we can't trust one another? Bill Clinton was from Arkansas. And Al Gore was from Tennessee. Arkansas and Tennessee were our next door neighbors. They have a boundary. Yes, it's just like somebody from Delta State and another one from Anambra State. Or another one from Delta State and the other one from Edo State. That is how Arkansas and Tennessee are. Two neighboring states. From one came the president. From the other came the vice president. If it was Nigeria, they would be telling you North and South. If it was Nigeria, they would be telling you Christian and Muslim. Americans did not have any problem with it. There was no problem. They wanted a team that would work for the people of America. Yes. And the two, they really worked. 8 years that they were president and vice president respectively. If it was Nigeria, what? They would say it has to be from north. One has to be from the south. Now, ask yourself a question. What good has that done? Was Jonathan Goodluck, well, Yaradua was from Katsina. Then Jonathan Goodluck was from Bayelsa. What was the impact? What did he make? Oh, Goodluck was a Christian. Yaradua was a Muslim. What has that got to do with Nigeria? Religion is supposed to be a business thing. Why do we politicize it? Why do we maximize it as if it means anything? We chase shadows. Instead of looking for the substance, we're looking for shadows. So when Goodluck became president, his vice president became Namadi Sambo, right? Namadi Sambo, Muslim. Goodluck Jonathan, Christian. Tell me, what did they produce? Show me. Tell me. Tell me. What was it? Okay. After that, Muhammadu Buhari from Katsina, Muslim. Then Osinbajo, Christian. Where is he from? Osun State or Ogun State? Whichever one it was. I think it was from Ogun State. What did they produce? Terrorism. Osinbajo was supposed to be pastor. He saw all the terrorist activities going on in Nigeria. Did he do anything? He kept quiet. He was more interested in his position than speaking the truth. Was he not supposed to be a pastor? Did you hear him speak any truth? So all these things are nonsense that we don't need. And then came this Balablu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Muslim. Okay. I hear Gumi said that Christians cannot be entrusted with the leadership of a country because they cannot provide security. Now they had a Muslim. Nigeria is in trouble, seriously. Muslim. And the debate was raging. And then what Bola Ahmed Tinubu made a caricature of the so-called Christian population in Nigeria. He recruited some rogue bishops, right? to support their Muslim ticket. The political party called Christian Association of very corrupt organization, just like the one they call um, uh, Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, led by the Satan of Sokoto. Very corrupt. See, if I'm president, I would disband all those. They are troubles that Nigerians don't need. We want citizens to lead Nigeria. Citizens minimize religion. Citizens who love Nigeria. They are the only ones who can lead Nigeria. Not the hypocrites, because his name is Thomas. Does that make him a Christian? Do you know what it takes to be a Christian? Christian is supposed to make you like Christ-like. You are like holy, good. Tell me which of them is good. You want us to start from beginning? Tell me which of them. Does that you are a Muhammad, does it make you a good Muslim? How many of them are good? Idris, was he not Secretary of Government? Idris. He stole 80 billion naira. And he prays 5 times a day. He's a Muslim. And he will call himself a devout Muslim, a thief. Abu Bakr Malami, is he not a Muslim? He prays 5 times. Hadi Sirika, former Minister of Aviation, is he not a Muslim? He prays 5 times. He's a thief. He stole everything in the aviation ministry. And to make matters worse, he went to Ethiopia, brought an Ethiopian airline, made a Nigerian logo, and slapped it on the airline, brought it to Nigeria, and they launched it as a part of Nigerian fleet. That's a Muslim. Hypocrites. Saad Abubakar, is he not a Muslim? They say he's the spiritual leader of Muslims in Nigeria. He's a terrorist. He's one of those funding terrorism in Nigeria. He deserves to go to jail. Let them put someone like me in position as president of Nigeria. They will all go down. Yeah, so that's why they are scared of people like us. They want Bola Ahmed Tinubu, criminal like them. Those are the type they put in power. So the people of Nigeria, you need to wake up. You need to wake up, especially the young one. You are my greatest concern. You are not waking up. You are not thinking. I don't know why you are the way you are. You need to think. They are taking your country from you. They are taking your future from you. They are stealing everything from you. And you support them. You keep quiet while they are killing your country. Yes. It is you that they are robbing. You must rise up. You must challenge them. Even if they are from your hometown, they are thieves. They are from my hometown, they are thieves. They are from anywhere, they are thieves. Challenge them. Don't say it's not your business. It's your business. They are hurting you. Everything that they stole from you or they steal from you are things that they are supposed to use to build infrastructure, to build hospitals, to make power generation and power distribution possible, to build roads, to build hospitals. They steal them and put them in their pockets. They send their children abroad and leave you in hell in Nigeria. Yes, you should challenge them every inch of the way. You should not be afraid of them. They are thieves. They are robbers. They are exploiters. They are no good. Stop supporting them. Stop hailing them. Stop attending their political meetings. When you go to their political meeting, stone them. They are thieves. Don't have anything to do with them. They are robbers. Unless and until you start challenging them, they won't stop. And they are doing this, they are preparing their children to oppress you. You see what Wike is doing? The house he has in Florida? You see how his children are? You are there fooling around yourself, calling them your leader. They are not your leader. They are your killers. They are killing you. And now they want to tell you about religious war. Because Donald Trump threatened to intervene in Nigeria. They are telling you that Donald Trump wants to cause a religious war. The question now, who is going to fight this religious war? Who will you be fighting against? And who will you be fighting for? Is it the one who is stealing from, who has been stealing from you and want to create a war that you have no business with to distract you while you are stealing and you are defending his theft? Nobody should go to no damn religious war. And I will call the ones who are Muslims, they are the most vulnerable, especially those in the north. They are the ones that they use all this religious rhetoric to capture. But good thing it doesn't, it's beginning to fail. Because if it was in the past, the day America launched those strikes, you would see the whole north on fire. You know why they did not react? They did not react because the Hausa people are severing themselves from the Fulanis. Yes, as part of our strategic work of waking them up. The Fulanis have used you for 22 years. It's time you woke up. They use religion to rob you. And they still kill you. They rape your women. And they lie to you that you are one and the same with them in Allah. Somebody with one who is one and the same with you in Allah will not kill you, will not torment you, will not rob you, will not exploit you, will not roast your meat, will not kill your women, will not rape them. So the Hausa people are responding. That was the reason why you did not see anybody in the streets of the north raising flags, burning American flags. So I tell you this, when anybody comes to tell you about religious war, tell the person, fuck you. You go fight it by yourself. Yes. That it was so disappointing hearing Femi Falana, that loud mouth, talking about that the federal government should prevent Donald Trump from creating a religious war in Nigeria. So that's how he's demented. He's gone. So don't let them tell you. That's actually the subject of this. There will be no religious war in Nigeria. If there is to be war in Nigeria, it's going to be the war of the poor against the Nigerian elites. The war of the repressed and oppressed people of Nigeria against the exploiters, elitist exploiters of Nigeria. So be ready to declare that war against them, but not a religious war. Don't be involved in any religious war. Christians and Muslims in Nigeria are not at war. So that is a political spin that they want to put in place to distract you from the truth of what is happening. There's never, ever going to be a religious war in Nigeria. And don't let anyone manipulate you into one. My brothers and sisters, especially you in the north who are Muslims, the Hausa brothers and sisters with whom I have been working since the past nearly 6 months now. Yes, you know your freedom means the freedom of all Nigerians. Do not allow the Fulani elites distract you with a threat of religious war. Don't join them in their fake war. That is their war, not yours. If they are so strong, let them come and fight it. They are a minority in Nigeria. Let them come and fight Donald Trump. And we want more airstrikes. We want American boots on the ground in Nigeria. Yes, to finish up the work. What they did on December 25th was an appetizer. We want Bola Ahmed Tinubu to be captured. If Nigerians cannot capture him, I would have preferred that Nigerians capture him. Yes. But if Nigerians cannot capture him, let Donald Trump capture him for us, like he captured Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela yesterday. We will appreciate that. And then we will dismantle the Nigerian political system and drive its current drivers underground to pave way for the whole of Nigeria to gather to decide their destiny. and write a brand new constitution for a country where no man shall be oppressed. It can be done. So since we in Nigeria have become so weak and we cannot react, we cannot stand up for our rights like the Nepalese did, like the Chileans did so many years ago, and like all other countries where the young people decided that they have had it and they woke up and took their destiny in their hands. If an external force that will have mercy on the people of Nigeria and not be another colonizer will come and help us like the United States has done, has offered to do, we should welcome them with open arms. They are not coming to fight Muslims. They are coming to help Nigerians, inspire Nigerians to liberate their country and liberate themselves. That is the mission, as much as I understand it. So those who talk about sovereignty, oil, and territorial integrity, please put it on the side and let us really come together and do what we can to save this country for the sake of this and unborn generations of Nigerians. Let me take some more thing here. Anderson Silva looks like he really let himself go. I don't know what that means. You ran for election. What position? I ran for Senate. Yes, in 2019. Even though I was the best, my people rejected me because they love to sell their votes. They sold their votes to a criminal. And within 2 years of selling their votes, the criminal was convicted and sent to jail. He was supposed to serve for 7 years. He served for 2 years. So for 2 years, the people did not have a senator representing them. Sadly, just that senator just died 2 weeks ago. Yes, and he stole so much money. And before he died, there was a video. I wish I could lay my hand on that video. I'll play it for you. Where he was talking about all those things that he had. He could only sleep in one room. That it was vanity upon vanity. But he did not give up all those things. He didn't sell them and share the money for the people. Yes. Now he's dead. Somebody is going to inherit those stolen property with all the money that he stole. Yes. So I ran for Senate. Yes. And Stephen Bishop, oh, you're listening from the United States. It's been such a great moment, man. Thank you for your contributions. Editing said Nigeria need to dissolve into North Nigeria and South Nigeria. Well, I don't know. We would have loved it. For me, I truly, really, if I could have my way, I know that something can be done to make Nigerians really live together. But those criminal elites, especially in the North, and their accomplices somewhere, are the obstacles. If you're able to disband them and put the country in the hands of a true leadership that can set a platform for the recurrence of good leadership, I think Nigeria will be better off. Africa will be better off. We are working towards the unification of Africa. So balkanization of Nigeria will not be great. And if Africa was united the way our founding fathers wanted in 1960s and all that, we wouldn't be where we are right now. Because they wanted an Africa that would be without borders, Africa with one economy, Africa with one network of government, Africa with one reserve bank, and Africa with one military. You know what that means? We wouldn't be dealing with Boko Haram and Fulani headsmen, because there would be a standing African force that will wake up and deal decisively with them for the good of the continent. So we still hope that that dream is still alive, and we are working. And that is why we must channel a lot of effort towards protecting our brother in Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, from the hands of France. Just yesterday, there was another coup attempt, that they tried to use to oust him, but he survived it again. So again, when we see good African leaders doing great things, we must congregate around them. We must make sure we protect them from being destroyed. Okay? But the bad ones, like Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we must be ready to purge them. Yes, purge them like a hot potato. It's very important. Now, Without Christ, nothing is possible. Okay, with Christ, all things are possible. Amen, amen, amen. Okay, okay. Now, Nigeria cannot operate as one unit or one country. I believe it can with the right type of leadership and that can inspire the people in the direction of citizenship and nationhood. I believe it can, but we are in search of that. Michael 102, now you are talking normal at Eddington. Instead of you criticizing a man who is talking sense among the thieves and criminals in Nigeria, break up Nigeria and save lives. Now, I will tell you something. Okay, I heard you. I don't want to go into all that. All right, all right. Peter Obi, if that was what you were referring to, he has no business being among those thieves. There are far many millions of good Nigerians that he should work with and not criminals. I don't understand why he is in that mix. It's a terrible mix and it disgusts me. I don't even want to see it. I don't want to hear it. All right, with U.S. support, Nigeria will become proud and worthy as an ally of the United States. I believe you so. I believe very seriously. We will become ally and not slaves. But a lot of time people make this assumption that America will enslave you and make you a puppet. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. If you do right and then the people are happy, America cannot come and overthrow any government that is doing right in this country and they have the support of their people. The people, they will react. When the people react, America is a very sensitive country. They will understand when failure is looming. That was why France failed with all the efforts that they made in Niger, in Burkina Faso, and Mali, because the people were solidly behind their leaders. So they tried and they saw, and they beat a retreat. So that is why, if we had a good leader that resonates with the people of Nigeria, nobody can move him because the people of Nigeria will be there. And if they try, it will be a disaster because the world will be seeing how unfair their action is. Now, who are they going to put? Then there will be trouble right there. So that's the thing. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu has made himself a meat, and we want him out. All right. Mohammed, okay, say fast. I just graduated with my PhD. Worked my ass off for that law. Well, I hope you have a job, Mohammed. I hope you have a job with that. Good luck and congratulations. I was just dealing with an issue with my brother. My younger brother has a PhD, and he went to apply for a job in a university in my area. You know what? They did not give him the job. What was the reason? They told him because of me, because I'm critical of the government, they could not give him a job. They told him to go and meet your brother in America so he can give you a job. You see what I'm saying? So people around me are suffering because I am outspoken. But am I going to back down? Hell no, never. I will never back down. All right. Eddie, why the fuck you got two terrorist flag above you? Eddie, I don't want this type of statement, but I will give you a slack right now. The next time I will kick you out of this. All right? Okay? So I don't know why you will call a country a terrorist country. I don't know where you come from. If you are still here, you tell me why you are calling America a terrorist country. That I know that they are not, because you are angry somehow. America is not a perfect country, but check where you are from, and then let us talk about it. Are you from Nigeria? And if you are from Nigeria, let me know. But you are on my channel right here. You have no right to abuse, to disrespect me. But again, because I'm a liberal person, I will cut you a slack right now. But the next time, I will not be nice to you. Okay? You show respect. It's important. All right, all right. Yes, Eddington said Nigeria has nothing. Nigeria has a lot of things, but Nigeria has no leadership. That's all. Yes, that's all. Ajodo Boniface, you ask a question, can Peter Obi be president in Nigeria? Yes, he can, if he puts himself in the right position to be the president. Yes, if he can. Yeah, he's a Nigerian citizen. As a Nigerian citizen, he has a right to be president of Nigeria. Master, okay, Master, I apologize for these liberals on behalf of the American majority. Thank you, no problem. We are not angry. We are not angry. You know, it's just some people are ignorant. So sometimes you see them and ignore them. Sometimes we react to what they do. You have been a good guy, man, and I love you for what you do and all the support that you have been giving to us. Yes, and. Okay, yes, you are responding. He said, your ignorant race has nothing to do with creating a country and making it better. Just ignore that guy. You know, I've told him the next time he comes and disrespects us, his ass will be kicked here. The Nigerian people should stand strong with American support. They cannot fail to take their country back. We are going to take it, and so far, so great. We appreciate America through Donald Trump, what he has done. Nobody, no American president has shown the type of direct interest he has shown in Nigeria. Not even Obama. Obama, who was supposed to be partly African, you know, he did the worst in Libya. So we applaud Donald Trump. I know how angry he was about what happened in Libya. If he was president, maybe perhaps that type of thing would not happen. But Obama did it. And yeah, the entire sub-region became destabilized because of his foolishness. Yes, yes. Perseverance, name one successful black nation. I wouldn't want you to disrespect the black people, okay? And because if we go into the nuances of why black nations failed, you, depending on where you come from, you might be surprised that your ancestors were part of the biggest problems that the African people have. But I can tell you that Botswana is an African country that is doing very well. Stable economy, beautiful country. Now Burkina Faso is coming out. Mali is doing good. They paid off all their debt. They don't have external debt. Niger is on the back on track. Yes, so I don't want you to, that's a discriminatory statement and it's unacceptable. And if you are still here, we demand an apology from you. We agree that we have problem in Africa, but that's not enough for you to generalize and make us look like there's something. Okay, so we don't tolerate that type of disrespect here. Okay, and Lauren Cowell, it was designed to cultivate animosity. Hausa, no access to the sea, exploit that land, especially the cultural differences. Yes, it's sad. The Hausa people are very good people. I lived in the north for 8 years. They are some of the most humble Africans that you see. They don't trouble people. Yeah, but their relationship with the Fulanis, you know, Fulanis tormented them, repressed them, and denied them access to education. As we speak, over 30 million Hausa children are in the streets in the north begging for alms. And they say it's Islamic. But God did not tell anybody to be poor. They justified the poverty that they imposed on them, telling them that it is Allah. Allah made them poor. And they, for a very long time, they believed. But now they are waking up that Allah is not the God of poverty. So I am in no distant time, I believe the Hausa people will wake up and retake all that was stolen from them. Okay, all right. And it is what the founding fathers would have wanted. Okay, Lorenta, utilize the weak link against the most troublesome element. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Wow, a lot of statements here. Okay, the ones run to the Spirit of Christ when they come to America, but go home and reject Christ and then cry and say, we need help. I don't know about that. Okay, I don't know about that. Let's just leave all that alone. Now we are working hard and we are doing the best we can to inspire the people of Nigeria to stand up for themselves, stand up for their country, stand up for their future. Yes. All right. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Wow. Uh, okay, some of these I'm not going to say anything about. I don't want to say all this controversial stuff. Okay, the people, I am so thankful that you guys responded this massive way to this call to action. And if you are here for the very first time, who have not subscribed to our channel, can you take a minute to do so? And if you are here, you will be listening to us in the past 147 minutes. Yeah, that's 2 hours and some minutes. Please, give us a like, and so we can grow. Give us some likes. I see a lot of people here. Hit us some likes so we can grow here. That will help us, get recommendations by YouTube to get our channel growing bigger and bigger and bigger. We have a powerful message to pass across to the people of the world. Yes, those who need it. And our message is not just specific to Nigeria. Our message is a general message. Wherever you see Nigeria and what is taking place in that country applies to your country. Just put your country in there. And whatever inspiration you get from us, use it to attempt solution in your country. That is what we represent. This ONN is a growing global movement for peace, security, and justice for all peoples. We love you. We love you. We love that you came out en masse, this massive number. Come and see. I can't even read all this, a lot. Hey, so let's continue this conversation. Let's continue this conversation. Keep on commenting, keep on following, and keep on liking, keep on, contact us. I'm going to drop our contact numbers. So if you have inquiries about ONN, you feel free to, drop your message, and we will respond, hopefully in no distant time. Let's keep this conversation going. And above all, if you can, share this message. The more you share this message, the more we get recommendations. The more people of the world see us, the more Africans will see us, the more especially Nigerians will see us, so that they will come and listen to the message of truth from the only channel that says it the exact way it is. We don't hate, and we are not scared of speaking the truth the way it is. We love you, and we sincerely and deeply appreciate your presence this morning, and hope that you have a great week. It was such a pleasure, beautiful, something to behold, seeing you guys being here and engaging us constructively, and talking headily to one another. Master P, thank you. Master Gamer, thank you. And all those who joined, yes, who joined us to be part of this. We love you, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now. Yes, 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 you made our day. It is 4:44 a.m. here, Central Standard Time in Houston, Texas, United States of America. What a great morning this was. Yes, this is one of the very, 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 very best we have seen. Yes, a great number of people came here. So bye for now, and we love you every time and always. So join us in our next broadcast, and coming hopefully soon. Bye for now. I love you guys.